Well, you live anytime here in Oklahoma, and you can understand the meaning of the word drought. And last summer was absolutely brutal.
It was.
I asked Brian Pirtle to show us some plants that are drought tolerant, because let's face it, we don't want to lose our hard-earned money in plants that
That's
just
right.
can't take the heat.
And a lot of people did last year, and our customers have been coming in and asking us, give us some plants that are going to take that summer, no matter what the summer gives you, and is going to handle it and handle the heat and handle the drought. So I wanted to talk about that today, and I don't have a rhyme or reason to the way I put it together. These are just all different types of plants that like it hot and dry. I've got trees, I've got shrubs, perennials, annuals, and we'll just kind of go through them all and just check some of them out.
Okay.
This is Eleagnus, and it's also called silverberry. And the one in front of it here is a regular silverberry. And then this one behind it is a variegated silverberry. They are evergreen, and I don't know that there's a tougher plant available in the market. That is the most durable, heat, drought, sun, shade. It can handle any situation that you put that plant in. It also has a beautiful, well, the flower's not beautiful. In fact, it's kind of, it's non-existent almost, but it's extremely fragrant. And so the whole yard is full of fragrance when you have a silverberry in your yard. And even though you may not see the flower, you'll smell it over the whole yard. And back of it is southern magnolia. And this is just a good old-fashioned, durable, heat and drought tolerant tree. Southern magnolia is evergreen. Yeah, there's a picture of that flower bud getting ready to open, which will be a big, white, fragrant flower. And really takes the heat well, really takes the drought well.
And this can be pretty good sized.
Yes, although this is a dwarf, it'll still get about 20, 25 feet tall. Then we carry standards that'll get huge, 60, 70, 80 feet tall.
And is wide.
And is wide, but very slow growing. They take a long time to get there here in Oklahoma. And right next to it, with a great contrasting leaf, this is Arizona cypress, and it's a blue Arizona cypress. And it is so heat and drought tolerant, so easy to grow. I've been watching a couple of these at the Cox Center at the fairgrounds, and they've been there probably 50 years, and they made it through last summer without missing a beat. And they don't get much care out there at the fairgrounds. I'm sure they don't have a big horticultural staff at the fairgrounds that take care of those plants, and they've made it without a problem. And in front of it, I just wanted to show you a few perennials. That's Purple Heart. And this is another one, durable, 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 so easy
really
to
pretty.
grow. Very nice dark purple leaf. They get a little pink flower on them, and the flower's not near as showy as the leaf. In front of it's two different varieties of Artemisia. This is a ground cover Artemisia called Silver Brocade. And then this is Silver Mound Artemisia, so soft. I love the texture of that plant.
And those are hardy.
Very hardy.
They don't look like it.
No, they're very, they look so fragile and so soft, but they take the heat so well. And then this is Rose of Sharon, or Althea. Blooms all summer, very easy to grow, very durable, and not a whole lot of muss or fuss. This is an old-fashioned plant from Grandma's garden. In back of it is a few perennials, a few more perennials. This is a large collection of different varieties of Agastache. Agastache is one of my favorite perennials for heat and drought. They bloom all summer long, and they're also good for wildlife habitat. Hummingbirds love them, butterflies love them, and another one of the common names is hummingbird mint. And the flower and the foliage smells a little bit like a mint.
And that would go in full sun to part sun?
Full sun to part sun, good drainage is important on it. And here's some upright sedums. And these are succulent plants. You can tell just by looking at the leaf how drought tolerant those are and how those are going to take the heat and take the drought. A caution on these is don't put them in an area with a sprinkler system. If you have a sprinkler system, they might end up getting too much water, and that might be detrimental to a sedum. And that goes for a lot of these heat and drought lovers. You don't want to put them in an area where they're getting too much water. Let them go, let them stay hot and dry. It's the same with this yarrow. Loves it hot, loves it dry, but if you give it too much water, it'll flop all over and become very, it won't be good looking in the landscape. And in front of it, this is butterfly weed. And I included this not just because it's drought tolerant, not just because it's a native, but this is essential to the migration of the monarch butterflies. The monarch butterflies move through Oklahoma, and they stop on this plant and they get the nectar from it, and then they lay their eggs on the leaf. As the eggs hatch, the caterpillar starts to eat the leaf. of the butterfly weed. And so as they're traveling from up north down to Mexico, that's an essential plant for them to have in their migration. So I recommend planting it out in the yard, have some, because in the native, we're losing it because of so much construction. We're losing that good native.
Well, that's a good reason to plant it.
That's right. Some other perennials over here. This is coneflower.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful double coneflower. Cindy loves coneflowers, and we carry probably about 20 different varieties, all different colors, shapes, sizes. Here's a little dwarf white one. And there's one of my favorites in the back. That's good old-fashioned Magnus. Nothing special, but just a good, solid landscape performer. Next to it is Gaillardia, or Indian blanket. This is another native, and this is our state wildflower, Gaillardia, or Indian blanket. Blooms all summer long. These are some new colors on there, the red color and the yellow or orangish color. And right behind it is Russian sage. Along with the Elaeagnus, this is the most bulletproof perennial you'll ever grow. It's hardy to 40 below zero. Will grow all the way up into Canada, but then it's also heat and drought tolerant and may never need water once planted and established. It is as tough and durable a plant as you'll ever grow.
You see that a lot in Texas.
You do, yes. You see it a lot in Texas, and you see it a lot in industrial purposes, just out there where they're not going to water it or mess with it ever. This is an annual. This is Esperanza. And Esperanza blooms all summer. The hotter that it gets, the better this does. And so last summer was a great year for Esperanza. It bloomed like crazy all summer long with all that heat that we got and never missed a beat. This is Lantana. And this is my favorite variety of lantana, that's New Gold. What I like about New Gold is it's sterile. New Gold does not get seed on it. And what that means in the garden is when the plant doesn't get the seed, it continues to bloom more freely. And so that lantana blooms all summer long without deadheading or any care.
It's good to know.
Silverado sage in front here. And this is a plant that I've seen we're starting to push the hardiness of it. I didn't see it in Oklahoma City for a long time, and now I'm seeing more and more of it. If you put it on a southern exposure, should be able to survive any winter that we have to offer. But it blooms its head off all summer long, so durable, so easy to grow. And then up here is desert willow. And I talk about this plant all the time. It is so easy to grow and so durable, never stops blooming all summer, and then the hummingbirds just love that flower. And then down in front, we've got spirea, and that's just it's a staple plant in the landscape. The builders, the landscapers, everyone uses it, but for a good reason. It's because it's so easy to grow and so durable. And it's the same with right next to it, Indian hawthorn. Durable, kind of a landscape special plant. The landscapers love it, and the builders just love it.
Well, they sure made their names known last year whenever we put it to the test.
Yeah,
so take
these
a
are
look.
the stars.
Yeah, and just come in and ask the great folks here at TLC for some more information on the plants that can really take the drought.